All right, Bellwork for September 28th. We're going to be focusing this week on sequence. And sequence is the reading skill where we are retelling the story by putting the main events in order. So we got to be able to pick out what are the main events and the most important things, and then we put them in sequential order. What happened first, what happened second, what happened third, what happened fourth. And so that's what we're going to be working on this week with sequencing. So we always start by looking at the questions. Which event took place first? So we want to look at first. So I know that that's going to be somewhere up at the top. Cade's mother left for work, blank, Kate woke up. So here are some sequential words: after, while, before. So we need to kind of look at what would make sense here based on the text. What happened right before Cade began smiling? Okay, so we want to look at smiling, what happened right before that. Okay, so right before smiling. And what did Cade do after realizing Mom had already left for work? So we're going to do the first two together to kind of model it, and then you're going to answer 3 and 4. All right, sequencing. Cade crammed his notebook and textbooks into his bag while vigorously brushing his teeth. Just last night, he dreamt that he had slept through his alarm clock, and now it had actually happened. He glanced at the wall clock one last time before darting downstairs. His mother had already left for work, which meant Cade's lunch would be sitting on the counter. Cade grabbed his lunch and started his sprint towards school, knowing he had already missed the bus. Last week, Coach had announced basketball tryouts would be held at the first bell Tuesday morning in the gym. Cade had practiced all summer in preparation for tryouts and did not want to miss his opportunity. As Cade slammed open the gym door, he heard the second bell sound. The coach looked up as if to say, "You're late," but instead called out, "Let's go, Cade, you're next." His heart skipped a beat, knowing he hadn't missed his big chance. So which event took first? So I'm going to look up here. So my choices are: Cade overslept, basketball tryouts were announced, Cade crammed his notebook into his bag. So I want to look at these things and see which one from at the very beginning. All right, so Cade crammed his notebook and textbook into his bag while vigorously brushing his teeth. Okay, so based on the text, he crammed his notebook. So I see that right there. So that wasn't mentioned. I mean, that's mentioned, but not first. And then basketball tryouts were mentioned later. And then this one is the one I want to look at right here. Because I go back to my text right here. Crammed his notebook. I'm going to underline that. Crammed his notebook and textbooks. And that's what that is. Cade's mother left for work. Blank, Cade woke up. So let's look to see. All right, so Cade's mother left for work after Cade woke up. Cade's mother left for work while Cade woke up. Cade's mother left for work before. And look at that mistake right there. That should be Cade woke up. So let's continue reading. Last night he dreamt he had slept through his alarm clock, and now it had actually happened. He glanced at the wall clock one last time before darting downstairs. His mother had already left for work, which meant Cade's lunch would be sitting on the counter. Okay, so let's go back. All right, so Cade's mother left for work before Cade woke up. Let's look at that again. He glanced at the wall clock one last time before darting downstairs. His mother had already left for work, which meant Cade's lunch was still be on the counter. Okay, Cade's mother left before Cade woke up. Not while. Didn't mention that. And not after. It was actually before. She left before. So she did not know he overslept. All right, we're going to turn over to the next slide. Still looking at sequencing, still looking at main events. We look at our questions first. Which is true about which is true about when Santiago's mother returned? Okay, so when she returned. What did Santiago's mother not do before asking directions? So I want to kind of circle that. What did she not do before asking for directions? What happened after Santiago's mother took cover in the shop? That's interesting. Took cover. Okay, what happened? And we'll look at the word after. Took cover. Okay, and then which is true about Santiago's feelings? Which is true about how Santiago's feelings changed throughout the passage. Okay, so let's see how Santiago's feelings changed. Okay, so we're going to be looking for what is true about when Santiago's mother returned. We're going to be looking at what did Santiago's mother not do before asking directions, and what happened after she took cover in the shop, and what is true about how his feelings changed. All right, let's get ready to read our text. Santiago sat in the hotel room staring at the old analog clock next to the dusty nightstand. It was 9:15 and his mother still wasn't home. He picked up his cell to call her for the third time. Mother had left for the corner store about an hour ago to pick up some groceries and her medication. He fretted about his mother out in an unfamiliar city by herself this late at night. Before Santiago could call a fourth time, he heard his mother burst through the door. "Santiago, you will never believe my night. First, it began to drizzle, so I took cover in a quaint little shop. Then I got lost on the way back and had to ask for directions at the most peculiar ice cream shop that served bacon as a topping. I tried calling you while I was waiting for the rain to pass, but I realized I left my phone here." Santiago felt like he could finally breathe knowing his mother was safe and sound next to him. All right, so which is true when Santiago's mother returned? Which is true about when Santiago's mother? All right, before 9 o'clock, at exactly 9 o'clock, or after? Well, let's see. It was 9:15, and his mother still wasn't back. So that's not before. That's not it exactly. So it has to be C, because 9:15 is after 9 o'clock. What did Santiago's mother not do before asking directions? So I got to go back to that section. Let's see. All right, Santiago, you will never believe my night. First, it began to drizzle, so I took cover in a quaint little shop. Okay, what did Santiago's mother not do before asking directions? So, let's see. Okay, took cover in a quaint little shop. Then I got lost on my way back and had to ask for directions at the most peculiar ice cream shop. Okay, so took cover in a quaint shop, then got lost. So let's go back. What did Santiago's mother not do before asking directions? Okay, did she try to call him before this happened? Then I got lost on the way back. Well, it says right here, she took cover in a quaint little shop. Then she got lost. She tried to call. Well, no, because she couldn't, because she left her. We learned that she left it at home. All right. Did she try a new ice cream? Well, it doesn't say anything here. It says try a new ice cream flavor. Well, right here it says I got lost on my way back and had to ask directions at a peculiar ice cream shop that served bacon as a topping. It didn't say she ate it. It just said she went inside to ask for directions. So that is not right. Okay. Before she went into the shop, she did take cover and wait for the rain, because it says right here, I got lost on my way back. I'm sorry. First, it began to drizzle, and I took cover. Well, that happened before the ice cream shop, because I can see it's above it. So the correct answer is C. And you're going to do 3 and 4 on your own.